you're going to be using these tools. Thank you. So these tools are necessary to remove all the parts from the machine.
Okay.
Okay. And but the thing is, they're missing a tool to remove the O-rings. So
I think I have a. I think I have a little.
Okay, so we could use a small flathead screwdriver and something to poke through, which I will show you in the future. All right. So when we first disassemble, we go from center to top.
Center to top.
Yeah. So when we assemble, we go top to bottom. Right. So the first thing first, you wanna. This is the lock handle. So turn it to the right to unlock it. Push the filling guides out, so that this could be free. So you simply wiggle and lift it up. Okay. And this is where your nozzle sits for the filling side. So you will put this section here. At any point, if I'm going too fast, feel free to stop me. So now, at the top, so we're gonna do the flow controller. So compound nozzle, flow controller, and hopper. Those are the three main sections.
Okay.
So this is a 17mm box wrench. If you can't find this, if you lose this, just use a 17mm wrench. Okay, lefty loosey on both sides. Make it loose, swing this out. This one, you could, same thing, wiggle and lift it up. This one comes down. These parts are symmetrical, so I'm gonna go side by side. Same thing, lift it out. Then remove the safety guard on top. The hoppers are locked in with the shaft. So follow the arrow to make it loose. Same thing on the other side. Follow the arrow to make it loose. You don't need to make it too tight.
Just hand the finger tight.
Sorry, I'm ready to travel.
Yes, you are. So pull this out. I don't recommend disassembling them because you could disassemble everything here. I don't recommend it because it will get the main body more dirty. So keep everything as it is.
What about for push down?
Yeah, so just take out this part, right? So this is loose. So take the whole thing out and disassemble everything else on a separate table.
All right.
Agitators.
Does it make a difference if you mix up?
No, these parts are interchangeable, which I will show you when I assemble the machine. Same thing, pull this out. Good to go. Okay, also inside here you have an agitator. You could use this tool because sometimes it might be too stiff to, right now there's nothing, so I can remove it by hand. But if there's any dough here, it's gonna be very hard for you to turn. So you can use this special tool here. Use this edge, slide it up here. Simply put it in, and you can unlock it like this. And this will lift off, like so. So this is the agitator that spins the dough. And this is the ring holder that holds the ring. These two parts come out.
What is the name of it? It's just a key.
Just to remove the agitator. So agitator.
Agitator tool.
Yes.
All right.
So now we went from here to top. So this part is all empty. Now we're gonna move down to the belt. So this is the wrong belt that we're not gonna be using, but it's okay. Let's put this back in the gray box. So as you can see, it's brand new condition because we never used it. To remove the shutter, I recommend putting like a sheet pan underneath here. So that this one is also 17, 17. So you have a 17 and a 19. Okay, 17. Same thing. Make it loose. I'm lifting up the whole shutter so this can get loose. And simply drop it. Okay. So please use a sheet pan underneath so that you don't accidentally drop it on the floor, because these parts come apart. This is very, very fragile, so if this hits the floor hard, it's gonna get bent or broken.
Yeah.
That means you're not gonna get a clean cut. So this set is about $5,000, so don't drop it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So as I mentioned before, the encrusted housing that holds the shutter, this one, I recommend leaving it on the machine because it'll be easier for you guys to clean it. So sometimes there could be a mistake that you take it out and it goes into the dishwasher or into the whatever it could be, because you don't want any water penetrating through here. These bolts could be washed if you just remove it. Like so. Okay. Now we move down to here. We have a long box wrench. This size is 19. Okay, so this
19.
Does not fit here. It's only for the rollers and the encrusted housing. Just in case if you have to remove it, you have to pop out this pin here, this key. So same thing. Loosen. Inside and simply pull it out. Even though there is a tray that holds the key, I always recommend leaving it on here, because if that gets lost, your shutter will never close.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we move down. So there will be times where this roller and this roller touches the surface of the belt. So
Alright.
the one that has a guide in the middle is going to be for the inner side, but the one that's flat, there's nothing, it's going to touch the outside of the belt, which means it's going to get dirty. Right? So you can see there's an alphabet L. It means it's a reverse thread.
Reverse thread. So you
So
gotta
you turn to the right to make it
to
loose.
loosen.
So, but if you just turn, it's gonna turn together. So what you do, you tap it a little bit to make it loose. Remove the nut and pull out. So the reason why I say it's important that you do this every time is because there could be a lot of gunk like this.
Yeah.
In the future, it might get stuck, so you might not be able to take it out
Pull
completely.
it out.
Same thing. Make it loose. This comes off. And this knob. Flat roller comes out. Same thing. This comes out. See how dirty this is?
Yeah.
So that means they never removed it. Okay. So now this is the complete breakdown of the main body. So from here on out, you can do the running down water, just wash it down, and you're good to go. Just make sure that when you wash it down, have the electrical components covered, the plastic, especially the operational panel. And they used to have like a flower duster here, but they never use it for their product, so it's not installed, so you don't have to worry about that. So just cover up this part and you'll be good to go.
All right.
Okay, now let's move on to the sections. Let's go section by section. Okay, so this is the compound nozzle section, where this is the ring holder So for
Are you looking for the white piece?
yeah,
No, that's not it.
Do you put that in the
Here,
box?
here. I think yeah, here.
so for one of their product, which is for Chia Smash, they're always going to be using this combination here, like this.
So this is interchangeable. This stays, right? The only thing that we change these two pieces, right?
Yes. So this one, this is only for protein powerball, and for Chia Smash, it's going to be these two combinations.
All right.
Okay. So normally it will be like this. Okay. If this ever gets stuck, you could use this tool here. So you got a narrow and you got a wider one. So use the wider side to match here. Then simply make it loose. And you can take it out. So same thing. Use the shorter end. Goes here. Make it loose. And this comes out. So this is where you will need like a pointy tool to remove the two V seals. You have two sizes here. You need to poke a pin through here, and if you see, there should be a hole here to remove. Do you guys have one right now that I can use? And the flathead screwdriver.
Right? So,
Is your box? Victor, we could use this or that. Yes. Whichever is more.
This or
it's
this.
gonna damage the seal.
Yes. So I like to use this one if it fits. Nope. Okay. So just simply poke it through, and you can see it coming out like so.
Oh, I see.
And remove. So this hasn't been really properly cleaned, so this is where you get all the gums and stuff. So this gets in contact with food, so make sure to clean this thoroughly. So same thing. Find the hole. Just poke it through. Okay. You have a small size and a large size. Okay, agitator, ring holder. Now flip this over after you remove the nozzle. So it can be flat down. Turn this, and think of it like a hat. It comes off like this. So right now, because there is no dough, so it's very easy to come out. So when there is dough, there's gonna be a lot of stress to it. So if it's too hard, just remove it. And if it's too hard to take out, use this tool here. Simply put it upside down, lay it on top, and you could push this down. And you could take it out like so. This will come very, very handy because their dough is very, very stiff. So now that's the complete breakdown of the compound nozzle section. Let's move on to the flow controller. So this is symmetrical, so it's going to be the same steps for each one. Remove the tray, loosen the knob, get it outside of the window. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be popping this inwards. So what I'm doing is I'm going to push down, have that pop out, push this in to remove the cam, remove the shaft and the wings, like so. Then remove the filling guide. So the flow controller holds the most O-rings, so we have to remove all the O-rings here. We have 1, 2, this is the only O-ring that you don't necessarily have to remove completely, because you just remove it out of its place and let it dangle here, and it will never come out. The reason why is because this O-ring and this O-ring looks very, very similar. So if you
What's the
remove this
difference?
completely, this is a little bit smaller, but it's hard to tell by the eye once you
Thickness,
remove
no?
it. Yeah.
The thickness.
So if you remove this completely, you could be easily mistaken that it could be replaced one or the other. So you could always just leave this on to here, just to remove where it will normally sit, to remove any gunks that could build up, and you could clean this part as it is. Okay. Then once you have to pop this out. There's a small O-ring here. You don't necessarily have to remove it every time. It's okay. So we're gonna repeat the same process here. Remove the tray. Open this up. Pull it to the side. Push it down. Push that down. Remove the cam. Clean and the shell. So all the parts that came out of this full controller, they can be interchangeable. You guys want, you can take a picture of this?
Yes. Oi!
Okay. So there will be your compound nozzle section and full controller section, fully disassembled. Okay. What do you guys think so far? Easy?
Easy peasy.
Yeah, nice, nice.
Piece of cake.
Very good.
Just don't ask me to put it back together.
Oh, that's easy too. Okay, so now let's move on to the hopper. Again, same thing because they are symmetrical. Just remove the shaft. There's two O-rings here. You don't necessarily have to remove it every time, but maybe once a month is good.
And when you remove it, do you take them out or you just completely replace it?
No, just take it out, rinse it, put it back in.
So the wear and tear on those, like how often?
If it doesn't get lost, you can use it for I think maybe up to like 2-3 years.
They'll get lost.
But it does get lost within that time, so.
They'll get lost.
So remove the stability roller. There's two wings in here as well. Take those
What is it
out.
called? Stability.
Yes, it's called a stability roller.
Okay.
And you have the two bushings here. Remove, sell. I like to put it back in. Move, and I like to put it back in. So this. Take out the plate. This holding, the guide, and pop out the others. Also, 2 O-rings here. 1. Okay, so this is the complete breakdown of the hopper. Okay, 2 O-rings. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the other one. Oh, also when you remove this part here, because their dough is stiff, you might have a hard time moving the guide. So once you get this loosened, take this out, take this out. And if this is ever stuck, you can't get it out due to stiff dough, you could use this tool here. Fill in this spot like this and just push it out. Okay. So there should be a tool for everything for disassembly.
All right.
Same thing. Pop it out. Remove the O-rings. Do you guys have a food grade lubricant?
Yes, we do.
Oh, sorry. And that's the full disassembly for all the parts that comes off. As for the shutter, it comes apart like this. Just wash as it is. I recommend keeping it separate instead of putting everything in, because these parts could go in one bin, but this part, because it's so fragile and expensive, I recommend cleaning this separately.
All right.
Any questions so far?
Everything can go in dishwasher.
Except for plastic parts. So
Plastic cannot.
depending on the temperature of the dishwasher, so 165 degrees will be your maximum.
Okay.
So if it's anything lower than that,
100 and what?
65 Fahrenheit.
Okay, so any lower than that is fine.
It's fine. But all the dishwashers are usually higher than that. So
Yeah, 180.
yeah, but all the stainless steel parts, they could go through the dishwasher just fine. Any questions so far? Good?
No, we're good.
¿Tú nomás se le tapa la pantalla?
Sí.
No los sensores, no.
No.
Y estas tienen su posición, estas pulsantes tienen su posición, esa posición no dice left, right o que te indique.
Van a entrar acá atrás. Esta es tu posición.